guys, it's Debbie, and I plan on doing a board painting, and I've talked to you about this before. I know you realize they're very addicting. Once you get your system down and you're on a roll, it's hard to do too many other things. So I'm having a blast doing them. Anyways, I also wanted to talk to you about, I did several paintings, didn't make videos of them on artboard, and they all turned out fine. So you don't have to do them on canvas. You can do them on several different things. You know, I've seen where people have done them on wood, and because the paint's so thick, it still looks really nice. Anyways, I did these on artboard when I was testing some new colors I had mixed up with some older paints. I've had a lot of issues with older paints doing this. I have much more success. And maybe it's not just success, just somehow managed to get them to the consistency so that they're pouring so well. But anyways, I mentioned the last thing. Here's a very ugly painting. But what I wanted to show you is the colors on here. See how they blended in together? They were rather thin, and sometimes that happens. And you see all the little tiny cells. It's because the paints are really thin. This is just an example of having a little bit too thin. Obviously, I wasn't happy with it, so I just kind of dumped everything on it. And then I have another artboard here too. This one, the majority of the colors were kind of too thick. You have very few cells. See that? Very few. Except for, I believe the white was okay. So if you're wondering what's going on with some of your stuff, and I feel it's kind of a good idea. I like to test on the board sometimes instead of the canvas because I have a lot of them. And let's see, I have another one right here, and this one I want to show you here. Do you see this right in here? Which is okay as a painting, but if you're what happens is, which you can do this purposely. I think my phone is dying. I'm not sure if we're still recording here, but anyways, you can do this purposely. But it was happening accidentally because I moved the painting after I'd hit it with the heat gun, and I'd moved it too much, and some of the paints had fallen apart. So, anyways, that's how that effect came. So this is I had a weekend of testing and mixing up different colors that I wasn't too happy with. And here, got paint on my shirt. I felt it. This one right here. Do you see this? This had older, thicker paints, but I love the painting. So it's not like you have to create something bad. You can create something really awesome, even though you're after something else. You still really get a really nice painting. And this one's very thick with I don't think any cells. There might be a couple in there, but that's about it. So, okay, guys, I'm ready to bring you down. We're going to get started on painting. Okay. I think we'll use some blue. I'm running low on the yellow. See, I had this filled all the way up. I know I use a lot of yellow and red. I use a lot of red, too. And for some reason, I'm kind of stuck on those colors. You know what I want to do, though? I'll set these to the side for a minute. I think if you guys have been watching any of the other videos, you know I love when this sparkly stuff shows up. And the last time I put a bunch of it in, and there's just a little vein of it, a little pocket of it. On a couple of them, all there is a little tiny bit where they show up. But I find it so intriguing that I want to mix up some more. And let's see. Just a little bit of golden. Okay. That's probably a little too much, but I was using Martha Stewart had made. Well, I just was using up some old paints, and I bought this paint for, it was for the kitchen. I had a design I was going to put on. Oh boy, I got a nice dirty fork, but that's okay. It won't matter too much because when the colors get in the cup, they're all going to blend together anyways. So don't get too worked up over anything that touches anything right now. Okay, so got that done. I'll set that right there, so don't tip over. All right. Maybe I'll use this little bit of pink of this is just one of these cheap paints at Craft Paint. But I usually mix them to a different consistency, and sometimes I get some neat effects. Not always. Sometimes they're not the greatest, but you never know what you're gonna get, right? Sometimes, so you can just do your best. Okay, so trying to think this purple here. I'll use some of that up. All right, guys. I think we're about ready. Where's my pour cup disappeared? Here it is. Okay. My yellow's a little thicker. I don't think that shows up in the, we'll have to pay attention when we get done with this. I don't think it's showing up as much thicker though, because if, like, say this purple, which is way thinner, comes in and sits next to it, it's not. I don't even know what kind was in this cup. It was from a few days ago. I just cover them up. When I leave, I cover them up, give them a squirt of water. Yeah, it's about empty, isn't it? Okay, let's put a little bit of this in there right now. Guess I gotta mix up some more yellow before I paint much more. Oh, we got a bit of that purple color showing up in there. The only reason why I give them a mix is you got to keep these very mixed up. Very important. Let's see, my paint's been, oh, they're not. Let's hold this real up high. Let's see if we get it to mix all over the place in there this time. There we go. That's plenty in that for this size of a cup. Get all the paintings out of the way. Except for just my obsession right now. I'm going to hold this real high. It's still set on the top. Okay. Let's see, think about this. Okay, guys, here we are. This is where we're designing our painting. We just got a few seconds of moving this around. Now you can tap the bottom here and try to get it to come out a little evenly. And you see all the cells start to come up. See them? I can see them pop up. That's a cool way to do it. See, right? I'm tapping right underneath there, and a couple of them just showed up right there. Okay, so now the decision is, what do I want to do with this? Which direction to move it in? A little bit of that there. Where's my, oh, we didn't have a whole lot come off yet. So, you see a little bit of the sparkly over here. I don't know if you guys start doing these, and once they start on a regular basis turning out, I find this very addicting. And I have some ideas for some large paintings I've been wanting to work on and finish. And I just, by the time I get done doing these and clean up this mess and I get over there to paint, it's like, holy crap, it's too late. You know, so I need a card or something to scoop it up. There we go. I'm going to move it this direction because I don't have much of any white there to pull out, to match that white, but I guess it's not going to matter because I got to get something on there at this point. Okay. Okay, so now I need to look at this and decide if I want to do something else to it, just leave it alone. Thing is with these paintings, when they're thick like this, you go too long on these, like tapping these or even hitting it with the heat gun, you can get too many cells. That'll make it look too boring. So you have to decide. You can't retract it once you already have done that. Well, you can repaint the whole picture. So I kind of like gently tapping underneath them because it gives me a little bit of control. And if I don't have enough cells, then I can hit it with the torch. Like maybe in here I might want to hit it. See a few pop up right there? You see the sparkly in there? There's a little bit. There's not a lot, but there is a little bit. I want to save some of this red here. I think I'm going to hold it, direct it that way. Because it was getting real close to the bottom there. Yeah. I kind of like having this extra white coming up there and leaving it like that. I like that. Like that. And I do believe that I could hit it right here. Possibly. Give it a quick hit with the heat gun. We'll see what that does. And then this is about done. So I'm going to wipe off my hand. I'm about out of paper towels in here right now. Something when you start doing this, you need a lot of paper towels. Lots and lots. Alright. I don't think it needs it there. We can give it a shot right here to see if something happens. That's enough. I don't want any. I really think I have enough going on this picture. So you can see there's quite a bit of happening. It needs to stop right now. I don't know if that's picking up any of the sparkly, but I can, whoops, sorry, I can see it. And try to give you a good view. It's hard for me to see what you're seeing until this is all done. I can't get back in there. Quite a few came up in here and I liked it the way it was, but hey, I'm just going to let that run that way just a hair longer. That's about it. Alright, so now these are relatively thick paints. I don't think there'll be a big change. So this should pretty much look like this because it's done a lot of changing here in the last couple seconds. So Anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by.